Hello, my wonderful sisters of motherhood. Just wanted to give you a quick message and say that today is a new day. Um, yeah, I'm having a bit of a rough time. Nothing that can't be dealt with. So, my father-in-law is kind of stepping on my feet as a mother. Doesn't always feel so good. No siree, doesn't. But, yeah, what can I do? We live in his house. So let me tell you a bit about my story. In 2018, we had our baby boy, Logan, perfectly healthy. Everything was just fine. The delivering nurse, her name was Macy. I still remember her name because she was my obstetrician, and she was, oh my god, perfectly amazing. I still have a selfie that I took of her and I in the OB office. My god, that woman was amazing. So, due to, well, actually, okay, labor went fine. Labor went perfectly as expected. Then, in recovery, I was ambushed, I'd like to say, by a psychiatrist who had read my mental health reports. Now, the majority of my hospitalizations up until then had been through Abington's ER and then going to somebody else, like Horsham Clinic or Brooklyn or somewhere like that. But they all started at Abington Hospital. That's where this psychiatrist decided to, I would say, toot his own horn. He came into my room while I was recovering with my son and my fiance Dave, and I had my right hand on my son the entire time because I knew that this psychiatrist was out to get me. Now, you might be thinking that because I was seeing a psychiatrist at the time, that I might be a little bit out of my mind. Not nearly the case. This psychiatrist called Child Protective Services on my fiance and I, because he feared that I was mentally unstable and unstable enough to take care of my son. After the clearance from Child Protective Services, as they found nothing was wrong, everything just kept on going. I thought I was developing the baby blues. You know, the typical short-term bit of depression, bit of anxiety, things of that nature. However, it lasted a lot longer than that. And that's when I was diagnosed with postpartum depression and postpartum anxiety. So we brought our son home, and he, oh my goodness, he was such a joy. Such a joy to see him grow and see him thrive. It was all just so amazing to know that this child had come from me. And I had never believed in myself. That was one thing that I always had a problem with, believing in myself. Once my son started getting older, started walking, started talking, oh, it was fantastic to see every milestone that he made. It was so great. So great. Then, shortly after Logan, we had our daughter Lily. Now, Lily's story is a bit complicated. So, everything was fine. Absolutely fine, according to my obstetrician. Did all my scans, did everything. Fetal heart monitor was perfectly fine. I was feeling her kick, everything. Around the 20th week, when I started getting the final ultrasounds to make sure that everything was going smoothly, they failed to notice, or at least explain to me, that Lily's umbilical cord was wrapped 3 times around her neck. The only thing that I can tell you is that if you look back at those ultrasounds, I'm not a doctor. I'm not an obstetrician. And I don't have a degree in anything. However, on her ultrasound pictures, which I hope I can post along with this video, it is very, very blatantly clear that you can see her umbilical cord wrapped around her neck. Now, my labor started in Wawa. We were there to get my favorite pretzels. And as I stood in line, I had this, oh my God moment. And I told my fiance Dave that, oh my God, I think my water just broke. So, immediately, not worrying about the pretzels, we stepped out of line, got in the car, and we booked it to Abington Hospital. Now, their ER was perfectly fine. They were accepting of me. They were very kind, very sensitive, and they took me up to labor and delivery. Now, my water, the amniotic fluid, hadn't fully broken. So I was laying there on the bed, and two nurses were at the bottom, and they were finishing breaking my water. And they joked about how much water there was and how much they're going to need a janitor. They were laughing. I didn't have any idea how to react. So I just put on this face of neither disgust nor happiness. I was just flat with emotion. When the time came to push, I was told not to. Now, it's not like holding your pee. It really is not like holding your pee. Having a contraction during childbirth is one of those things that you kind of just have to give into, and nobody can really talk you out of it. They tried. And my contractions just kept going. They kept going stronger and stronger and stronger. Until Lily came out. And for 25 minutes, I laid there and I begged Dave, my fiance, to go be with Lily. They wouldn't let him. The reason that I begged him was because if this was going to be her last moments, her only recollection of Earth, I wanted to be of somebody who loves her, who created her. Not some doctor who just says what he needs to say. They called the NICU team in while my daughter was being birthed. Excuse me. Still a little bit hard to talk about. I didn't get to hold my daughter that day. I didn't get to hold her next day. I didn't get to hold her until 2 weeks after she was born. I will never, ever forget those 25 minutes. Even though it was 25 minutes, that might seem like a short time when compared to 24 hours of a day. But those 25 minutes felt like a lifetime to me. And in those 25 minutes, I couldn't get up. I wanted Dave to be there for her if the occasion came that she was going to leave us. And still, they pushed him back and told him, "You need to stand away." This was not only my daughter. Throughout my entire pregnancy, Dave it was immaculate how much he took care of me. He loved this daughter as much as he loved his son. And I wanted him to be there for her because I couldn't. So, after 2 weeks in the NICU, we were finally able to bring our little princess home. We knew there was going to be some setbacks, some late developments, but we were fine with that. Our baby girl survived that. That gave us hope that we could survive anything. My daughter has since started walking. She's saying Dada and Mama. She's 1.5 years old. And these delays are expected for how she was brought into the world. I sympathize with all NICU moms. All of you are so brave. All of you are so strong. But for the moms on this page who may not have had a NICU experience or a traumatic birth, you are still, oh my God, just a wonderful mother. All of you. And I hope, I pray that one day you feel that. Now, so far, I'll be honest, I don't fully feel that. But I feel like I'm getting there. And for all the moms who have let God take their angels, I sympathize with you. I miscarried twins, and I miscarried a single birth. Those were some of the most heartbreaking times of my life. I still kind of have trouble with it. But I look at my son, how active he is, how mischievous he is. He's now 3. So the toddler tantrums are in full-blown mode. And I look at my daughter, and sometimes I have to put her down. Because there are times when I look at my daughter and all I see is a limp blue baby. PTSD is a bitch. I didn't see her in that 25 minutes of when they were resuscitating her. I didn't see her. And I don't know if these post-traumatic images are true. But when I hold my daughter and I see her like that, they are the truest form that anybody could ever explain. So, as far as you guys go, you're wonderful. You are great moms. Your children love you. Your significant other, or not. You can love yourself. Your significant other probably would give the shirt off his back for you. I just wish well for all the mothers out there. Every mother suffering in silence. Because the silence needs to be broken. This silence has gone on for too long. This silence has cost too many women their lives and too many children their lives. To suffer in silence is to suffer an unbearable pain. I know it may not be much, but I'm here. I'm one of the moms who suffered in silence for a while. And then I met my therapist. And we connected almost right away. I still have a lot of trauma that I need to work through. I have a lot of emotions that I need to get into place. It feels good to express this to other moms. So that I'm wearing a fucking bathrobe right now. And it's, 2:30 in the afternoon? I want you moms to know that any type of break that you need, take it. Definitely take it. If your significant other is there to watch the kids or the kid, just take your break. Please. Because sometimes all we need is just a break. Sometimes all we need is just the ability to sit alone, not hear our children. We love our children. I'm not denying that. But sometimes when you need to keep your sanity, you need to keep it quiet. You need to have this quiet atmosphere around you. Or forget that and watch a movie. Whatever you choose to do, it's on your time. Because you are taking the break that you need. Please remember that. All right, mamas. Well, I guess this is the post. And I will talk to you all soon. God bless, and I love you all. Thank you.